really know who makes the ultimate call. I, heard it might be the center referee. Both teams unanimously were talking to each other on the field, thinking there's no way this game is going to continue in the first, second, third minute. And after the ref just continued to let play go, we realized that you have to dig in. It's going to be a grind this whole match. You can't really roll your eyes or give up on a play or whatever it may be, because the ball was doing crazy stuff today. Yeah, obviously Soph had such a huge goal to put us ahead, and I feel like when she stepped up as number one, we all had so much faith in her. But I can only imagine what was going through her head, because we've all missed penalties. I've had my fair share, and I think the last one she stepped up to was the World Cup penalty. So obviously that probably weighed heavy on her over the last months. So to get that first penalty for us was so incredible. I think just a huge weight off of her shoulders at such an important time, and you could see just how much it meant to her.
What advice have you?
Yeah, I think it's tough, because you want to just move on and take each penalty and each game as a new moment, but at the same time, like, penalties are, they're as much of a mind game as they are a technical game. So it's tough, but I'm so glad that she got over that hurdle. We've all been there. Yes, Sonnet was so great when she came on. She's a player that you want on your team to lock down the midfield. Someone that's going to get into tackles, win aerial duels, get stuck in, anticipate plays really well. So definitely someone that we needed, and someone who really helped our midfield out a lot. I think, after the loss to Mexico, we took a more difficult path to the final with our opponents and getting fourth, overall, having to play Colombia. So that was obviously not what we set out to do. But at the same time, we didn't play well in that game against Mexico. We knew we had to turn it around, and I think we've done just that. Like, last game, we knew exactly what we had to bring to Colombia. This game, once we saw the field and the first couple minutes started, you throw tactics out the window, and it's all about mentality, and it's all about passion and grit, and we brought that today. So I think we're on the right road right now. Oh yeah, I think that this is such good preparation for the year that we have coming up, with the Olympics just a couple months away. The opportunity to even be put in a situation for penalties, for example, for Soph to be able to make that penalty now rather than be put in that situation in an Olympics game is huge for these young players to feel the pressure that they wouldn't otherwise feel if not for this tournament. So I think this tournament is great in a lot of ways, especially for the younger players. Brazil is, they just have so many great individual players, and they can just really make magic happen when they work together. And I think that they have a lot of newer faces over this last year. They've been able to rotate their lineup a good bit, and obviously they had a dominating win earlier today against Mexico. So for us, it's all about getting our bodies back and ready to play. 120 minutes is hard for some of these players going back to back in this tournament. But Brazil is a quality team. We always enjoy playing Brazil, and it's always going to be a tough matchup. We're definitely going to be going into video and not necessarily talking about this game, but I think we're going to turn the page quite quickly, because, like I said, tonight was not really.
Last one, really, for Kevin.
Sorry?
Just when we were playing, you wish it was
I'm happy that it's Brazil, but we would have taken Mexico. We would have taken Brazil. It didn't. To us, we just wanted to be in the final ourselves, and that's where we are now. But I'm sure we'll get another chance very soon in Mexico.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was this was a big moment for our team in general. I think, we wanted to put a statement out there and put back-to-back strong performances together, and we did that, and I'm really proud of that. I think personally it's been a hard journey since the World Cup. That was took a big emotional toll on me, so this just felt like a big relief, and yeah, I just feel like I needed that.
What was it like out there?
I mean, you saw it.
Yeah, but
it was exactly what it looked like. It was hard. The ball wasn't rolling like how you want a ball to roll, so we knew, you kind of had to change how you play. We had to keep the ball up in the air and try and get in behind and do what we could. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't an easy game to play. During warm-ups, the field was fine. It obviously started downpouring when we were in the locker room getting ready, and then when we came out, we were like, oh, this is bad. I think the first 10-15 minutes, we kind of kept looking at the fourth referee to see if they were going to call it or not. They didn't. That's their choice, and we knew we just had to play as best as we could and get a result.
Should they have stopped it?
What'd you say?
Should they have stopped it?
It's not our decision. Oh yeah, I went and grabbed Corbin right away. I know the feeling on a very, big stage, and it sucks. It really does. It's something that you won't forget, and it'll make you feel sick. But I just grabbed her and let her know, like, it happens to the best of us, and we got her back, and we won it for her. And yeah, now she just needs to kind of be a goldfish, forget about it, and move on and stay confident.
Can you kind of walk us through?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of emotions. You feel, confident in how the game's going. We're keeping the ball in the corner, and all of a sudden, we get scored on again, and then it's like you have no time to really redeem yourself, and it goes straight to PK. So a lot of emotions, but I think that's a really exciting game to be a part of, because you do have to just step up in the big moments. That really was what it was about. We knew you couldn't really play like beautiful soccer today. It was really just about putting in tackles, working hard defensively, getting the gritty wins, and finding ways to put the ball in the back of the net. And then it came down to PKs, and that's just stepping up and doing their job. And yeah, our team did a great job. It was a little better. Yeah, I think the crew at halftime, it looked like, did a good job of kind of trying to shovel some water out of the field. But yeah, it was a lot of water. I don't know if San Diego's made for rain like that. Everyone, Lindsay, everyone, we all stuck together. It was a tough World Cup, and yeah, no one wants to end like that, and we all had each other's backs. We were all feeling a lot of emotions. Yeah, obviously we would have liked it to end 2-1, but I think getting the exposure to penalty kicks and a hard game like that where there's ups and downs and you have to stay locked in mentally, I think that's something that we will learn from and take into big tournaments, and I think it's a really valuable lesson for us.
Yeah, obviously there was a collision. There was a lot of contact. They made the call that they did, and Tree stepped up and scored the penalty in the 120th. And for me, I was just disappointed. I felt like to give up a foul in that late after the team been kind of grinding for 120 minutes was, I was disappointed in myself a little bit. So, but I was just really proud of the group. It's really hard to. In that moment, they've got the momentum. They score late to regroup mentally, emotionally, and just come together. And there was never a moment of sorry us and this and that. It was right down to business, and we've got this. And from every single person around the team, staff included, coaches included, and obviously we would have liked to end it in regulation, but we knew what we were ready to do. It's huge. I think to come into a game like that and to be able to score a big goal in the extra time, it's huge. It was a great goal. She worked hard all day getting in, and then to step up and take the first penalty is, just speaks to the kind of player she is, the kind of person she is, to be ready to step up in that moment. The biggest challenge is, there's just the field was unpredictable. There was a lot of puddles. You didn't know if it was going to skip or just kind of stop. So there was just a lot of communication between myself and the back line, and obviously it was a very unique kind of game. I don't think I've ever experienced anything like that before. But we just had to stay, switched on and really focus on, covering things. Obviously, we made the decision pretty early not to pass the ball back. Play a corner or play for a throw in and regroup defensively. We just wanted to make sure we locked everything up and played smart. Yeah, truthfully, I don't know all the ins and outs and the rules and who makes those decisions. I think for us, it was that's the conditions that it were, and we had to power through it and just play. That's not for us to decide. We were told to play, and we needed to play. It's mind games for both the goalkeeper and the shooter at that point. She's got to decide if she's going to go back the same spot or change it up. And I think there's always that side of it in a shootout in general. But I think definitely in that moment, it's mind games for both of us.
Did you read her?
I just try to stay as present and almost in like a trance of a state, and just kind of
You're not thinking.
not thinking at that point, and just kind of just playing.
How much do you enjoy stepping up yourself, and putting them away?
That is new for sure. So it just felt good to convert.
Is that something you want to do more?
I'll leave the goal scoring to the professionals.
Thanks, guys.
I mean, I don't think any of us are going to sleep well tonight. So many mixed emotions, and it was just definitely going to be a core memory for all of our careers. But yeah, obviously we have to switch quick to be able to prepare for Brazil. So yeah, we're just focusing on that. I mean, I think our team has been through a lot of hype and all of that, whether that's good or bad. So I think that we'll be fine and just like enjoy the celebration now, but tomorrow switch mindsets. I mean, I think that it's really cool, and our team is a record-breaking team and a history-making team. So we're, excited for it, ready for it, and honestly, it sucked scoring against Kaylin. I feel like we're really close when I am with the Wave, but obviously, I'm really happy that I got to contribute to this win